aim to the left.
I can't hear you, Don. A bit louder.
I'll have to aim to the left
Yeah.
for it to bounce to the right.
Okay, so now we're looking at the ball is below the feet on pitching. It's a little bit different setup. So
Bend the knees.
Donald's now aiming a little bit more left. He feels like he's sitting down more on the slope for better balance. And he's swinging. In this technique, obviously, he has to swing a little bit cross. What he feels like is across him. And keeping the face then. The face initially is pointing left. And then as he swings in, he's holding off the face to get it going back to the flag. Nice. How did you feel on that one?
I rotated my shoulders more, I think.
You rotated your shoulders more. Okay.
Around my head.
All right. So we look at your contact here. You're going to hit this one. What would you give that out of 10, that strike?
4. I hit the ground before.
That's a good 4. I'd like to see what 8 would be. You're going from hitting the shanking, the foam earlier, to hitting that and calling it 4. Good one. And how about that one?
That was a bit better.
What would you give that one out of 10?
Ball better.
Out of 10, what would you give it as a rating?
We'll go 7.
7. It's a big jump from 4 to 7.
Felt better.
Okay. All right. So that's the feel. That's what's mainly different. Now I'm going to give you another one here. Here's a downhill. Okay. So you're going to go pitching downhill now. All right. So pitch one down to that yellow flag down there for me, Donald. And you tell me what you feel is different pitching downhill. What's different, Donald, to you? How are you going to set up different?
Okay, so left side
Yeah.
is lower than the
That's right.
side.
Yes.
So I'll try and keep the shoulders level with the slope.
Shoulders are level with the slope, correct. What about ball position? Is that changing at all? You're going with the same kind of ball position, yeah?
No, I'll put it a little bit further.
Do you want to hit it high?
There's a bank in front of the green, so
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
I try and land it
So,
on the
Anything
part of the
anything
green.
forward in your stance has a tendency to go more higher, okay? So I understand what you mean. There's a bank there, that's why you're doing it, okay? Okay. Good distance control.
Not the right direction.
Yeah, so we got about pin high there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to do one now. I would do hit one more down there, and just work more on your direction and controlling your club a little better coming through the ball. All right.
Okay.
So the feeling here would be you won't use your hand so much. You'll extend through the ball more. All right. Beautiful.
Nice.
Good job. So you're right on the target there, all right, versus the other one was left. You can see it there on the screen. So what's the main feeling difference on that one for you? Why did you hit that one closer and straighter?
I knew kind of what the lay of the land was
Yeah.
from the first one,
Okay.
so I had to adjust my aim point.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So it was more direct, like it's straight downhill, isn't
Yeah.
it? There's a slight slope left to right.
I'm looking at the land in front, there's a slope there, didn't look at
Yes.
green where there's not as much of a slope.
The one thing I'd say on setup there is you're doing very well. You got your shoulders the same as the ground,
Okay.
because it's downhill, right? The ball position, for me on this little shot, I'd have it more centered to back to control that distance control better.
Okay.
All right, when you get a little forward in the stance, they have a tendency sometimes in that case, especially when it's downhill, to come up short.
All right.
or you've a chance sometimes to top the ball.
Yeah.
All right.
Done plenty of that.
That's right, because it gets too forward and it creates too shallow of an arc. All right. Now, what we'd be looking at there is happy enough with that improvement on that one. All right. So I'm going to give you an uphill, directly uphill now. So we're going to hit up this slope here towards that tree there. Yeah, tree on its own. So hit up towards that tree on its own there, and we'll check your setup and how you feel you should be setting up to it and how you should play the shot. All right. So we got the trees. This is directly uphill, and you're setting up. You go ahead and play one or two, and then we'll talk about it. All right. So what was the adjustment you made there?
Put it more back in my stance.
So you put it more back in your stance for going up the hill, yeah? Okay. Why did you put it more back, just out of curiosity?
To see if it would run on further, but this is grass, longer grass,
Yeah.
green. So
Okay, longer grass,
not
yeah.
that much.
Okay.
That felt like a blade.
Yeah, it's toppy. So once set up there, okay, what I'd be doing on that one up the hill, and I'll demonstrate for you, all right? So if you come over here and just hold that like so, where you can see the full swing, all right? So you can see it, the full back swing and true swing, okay? Just like that. Now, I'll talk a bit louder so you can hear me. All right, so what I see is a couple of fundamental changes that I want you to make. The first one is, as we're coming through the class, and this is your first class on short game, correct?
Yeah.
I want you to feel like your chin needs to be at least above your shoulders. Okay, so you can rotate better if you need it, and that you can see the ball better, and that you can make better contact, all right?
Okay.
So that's setup, posture. And we touched on it briefly in the long game, didn't we? Is can you get a good posture? And that's a good feeling there as the club's running down, flush down the spine there, okay? Natural curve there in the neck, all right? I'm looking at that. And then what I like to see in the pitching is better posture. Can you see my chin?
Yep.
Okay. What I like to also see is get a little bit smaller stance. So what's different between my shot and your shot? What's different?
You were okay. Smaller base.
Yeah.
Your head was up where mine was
Yes.
down.
Yes. Exactly. And it's producing a better contact, all right? So these are reviewing some of the key points today. Is what I see is a lot of setup things, right? Which is what we always see, right, with new golfers. Is we've got to work on the fundamentals, which, you know, are we holding it correctly? Are we aiming good, right? Are we standing good with posture? Are we... And then also the one I like is working a lot is the stance. Are we... It's because it's a short game, scoring shot, we need a narrow stance. Because we don't need much body movement. We're just rotating the big muscle back, getting a better arm structure here, checking it, we're double checking it as to build the awareness of it, to see how the arms are moving back, to see how the club stays in balance. Okay, like so. So for pitching, we're definitely using the wrists, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because that's what's creating the height. If we were just doing passive wrists, you see this? That's a different technique.
Yeah.
There's no height. To create pitching and height condition, we have to hinge the wrists, set the wrists this way, stay where you are that way. I'll show you this way. So the club comes back that way. The hands, I like to see the hands over the toe line here.
Yep.
So they never get away from the body. They never get away, and the club doesn't get in here.
And that's what I was doing.
That's what you were doing.
Okay.
That's what you were doing. And then what happens is when the hands get away from the body and the club gets in here, then the club hands get away and the club gets heavy behind you, then the club has to come over the top.
It's out of balance.
It's out of balance and there's no space. There's nowhere else to swing. Alright, but then when we get it more this way, like so, then from here we can shift through the ball and the club can shallow down a little bit and release through the ball, depending on the shape we want. So today, you know, we talked a little bit about trajectory, what trajectory we want. If you want a lower pitch, you're going to have the hands a little bit more in front, more lean. So you're going to put the ball back if you need to. Okay. Or you can also have a pitch where it's forward more, off the, you can feel like the left ear or the left eye is a preference. And then you can also pitch it where your hands aren't so far forward. You see that? You see if the ball goes back, naturally the hands start to lean a little bit more left, right?
Yep.
As the ball goes forward, naturally what happens with the hands?
It'll come
They
back.
start to come more over directly up, like towards the belly button almost, right? You can also pitch that way. You're just going to have a higher launch depending on the shot needed. Okay. And then also the differences between ball above my feet, pitching, ball below my feet, side hill lie, uphill lie. They're all little differences in idiosyncrasy in the setup that will make you have a better motion into the ball.
Yep.
And lastly, I see the pitching as you're getting better into it, I would have you work on this kind of drill where I'm swinging back like so, 9 o'clock, you can go 10 o'clock, 9, 10, 8, you know, and then what we want to do then is coming through is you're going to feel a little bit more width coming through in the future. The old swing used to come in and kind of flip at it that way, which is very normal for new golfers. Very normal. Going forward, you'll feel you could have a drill where you put the right hand across the left and just swing out through the ball that way. To feel that this lead wrist is very flush. I'll show you that one again. I swing back, lead wrist is still flush. That it hasn't flicked or overextended with the flexion. Okay.
Okay.
This is extensions. Okay.
Okay, so I'm a flicker where
Flexion, excessive flexion. Okay. Breakdown in it. So if you look at the old pitching motion, it was more like a V. If you look at it, it's a V.
Yeah.
Better pitching players, amateurs or pros, it's more width. More width. If we're measuring this way.
Yeah.
Through to the bottom. Ball first thing. So there's more lean on the shaft. Come through. Nice extension. A lot more width. You agree?
Okay, yeah.
A lot more width coming through. Naturally, after it's gone at this point, I call it, let's say, hip height, right? For
Yep.
pitching. Then you'll fold. The arms will fold at that stage because the ball is well gone.
But I was folding before I was getting there.
That's right. So if I was to give you, and I know you like drills, that's why I give you so many. But I would give you, just to finish up there on one of them, I would give you this pitching drill here. 5 balls. To see if you could hit them without touching that bar, because your initial swing would have caught the bar that way. You would have hit the bar. So do you want to come into them and see if you can hit some of them without hitting the red bar? Okay.
Battery is.
Okay, so we're doing a little drill for the pitching. We're going to get a little bit more shaft lean. We're going to feel like there's more weight, better posture,
Yeah.
Bit more weight now onto the front foot. We try that one again. It's okay. We try that one again. Just lift your right foot up in the air slightly, like mine. Yeah, take all the pressure off back there. So now all the pressure in the swing can't go over there. You're going to stay over on top of the golf ball. All right.
Okay.
Right foot stays in the air as a drill. Nice, good contact. And again, and you'll feel as you're coming through now, you'll have more extension through the swing. So your new pitching will be less flicking through. It'll be more width. Hold that there like it is. Just pause it there. Beautiful. Much more width, isn't it? Now put the right hand across the left and show me how you get to that new position for pitching technique. Come on through, hold it. Beautiful.
Really feels awkward.
Yes, it's a new feeling, isn't it?
It very much is.
So we've built them new muscles for that particular feeling. All right. Do that drill again without the ball. Don't need the ball.
Oh,
Nice.
boy.
Now try it again. Nice. Now do one without with the two hands on now. Two hands on, all right. Beautiful contact and much better extension through it. It's okay. You're doing a lot of good things there. Try that one again. Just get comfortable. Have a look where you're going. Yeah, take your time with it. Right foot up in the air, just has that feel. Beautiful.
No, I folded there.
You did fold, but you got it 90% good, you know. Your contact is good and it's on the green, so we'll try that same again. The main thing now, Donald, at this stage is you're aware of it, right?
Yep.
Does that you're aware of where you were and where you are now, okay? Sorry, you just fell backward a bit on it. Let's try it again. You can do a practice swing, get the feel first without the ball, yeah. And get a bit more grass, try it again. It just should be down more on the turf. Yes.
I hit
That's-
turf out here.
That's right, yeah, well that's actually a better thing for you to feel that. So more of a downward. Yes. So good stuff, Donald. Just review what you feel is the key points today. What do you feel?
Okay. For the pitching.
Yeah.
My base.
Yeah.
Bring it in.
Narrow in the
Oh.
stance, yeah.
Shoulders level with the lie of the land.
Okay, for different
For
terrain and everything. Okay.
more height
Okay, so just
on my head.
better posture for pitching, correct?
So for me it feels like
Okay.
straightening my neck.
And
more.
come around just turn to your side there and show me what drill you have for that feeling with the club down your back. Show me how you do it. And the head will be, just rotate it, put the head of the club will go on your head. Yeah. Okay, so the head of the, yes, so you have it flush, all right, for better posture. Okay. Any other key points you think?
Keep things slow.
Keep things slow. Control on your
Yeah.
how are you controlling your distances?
2 ways up and down on the grip
Yes.
and acceleration.
Yes,
more or less into the ball.
Okay, up and down on the grip for controlling distance and then acceleration or deceleration based on the distance you have, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Anything else there you think?
Yeah, things feel awkward when you try new things.
Very true, very true. And but give that some time and do some of the drills and you will get more and more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, what drills do you feel are the best ones for you there? To control your path into the ball, your club face, your angle of attack.
Ooh, so trying to remember to keep my hands over my toes.
Yes. For the playing, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like that one?
It's an awkward one
Mm-hmm.
for me.
So you had that checkpoint where you're coming back and you're checking. You're checking.
Checking. I'm kind of in line here.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the head
Yes.
is there.
Yes, on the
So I'm
arc.
thinking about kind of up here.
Okay.
opposite.
Yeah, depending. If you need more height, you're going to have more wrist hinge, aren't you? Okay, good.
Okay, and then trying to remember to
Extend
out.
for a bit more control in your lane, your direction, and your better contact. Correct.
I get confused easily when I have too many things to remember.
Of course, absolutely. So there, the key points is, and always at the beginning, you know, your first classes, there's a bit more in there.
Yeah.
A lot of it because we have to build them fundamentals, you know, and then we gotta work on what drills are going to help us.
Yeah.
Based on what we were doing. So initially is a little bit more content, and then gradually you'll be working on less as you get progressing, you know,
More
down the
things
road.
will be coming right, hopefully.
Yeah, you'll have a better fundamentals, so then there'll be less kind of to key points then, you know. Okay, Donald, appreciate that. Thanks a million for the pitching class there, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
We'll shake hands. The main thing is you feel you're getting better. You feel?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay, good.